Hey guys, welcome back to our channel where we come to you each week showing you how to live a more self-sustainable and happy life. To be honest with you, we weren't planning on doing a video this week because we are just days away from Christmas, but we woke up to a slight emergency this morning. When Les came out to feed and water the goats, he noticed that Gismo, our young buck, had his eyes were clouded over. This in the goat world, this is a sure sign of pink eye. So he is acting a little lethargic today. He's a little quiet. He would normally be up bouncing around, but he clearly acts like he isn't feeling good. So I called our livestock vet, and he in turn called the clinic and called some medicine in for us. So we're going to run and get that and then get back here so that we can get this little guy on the mend. So stay tuned.
Did you get it?
Yeah. So this is erythromycin. This is an eye drop. It's going to go into both eyes twice a day. And then this is Draxin. It's 100 milligrams. And it's a shot, obviously, so you administer this either sub-Q or IM, which is into the muscle. So we'll decide how we're going to do that once we get home. So let's get home and see if we can't get him feeling better. Okay guys, so I told you earlier that Gismo, he's almost a year old. He is our buck. He's the only buck here at Hidden Cove Farms. A great little guy. He hangs with us everywhere we go. He has pink eye. We noticed this, or Les noticed this this morning when he was out feeding. Right now it just seems to be in the right eye. Basically what happens is the entire eye goes cloudy. The retina will just go completely cloudy, and it will have kind of an opaque look to it. The rest of the eye just gets really red, very angry looking. You know, it's inflamed. So there are two different types of pink eye. The first one is pretty simple and it isn't contagious. And what happens with it is, if you get a hay or a straw that is dry and powdery, sometimes it will get into the goat's eye and get lodged in there, and it will become inflamed. It's still very painful to them and it has to be treated, but it isn't contagious to your other animals. The second pink eye is contagious, obviously. It comes from an organism, and it's basically the same thing that happens to humans. So obviously humans get pink eye, but animals do too, and it's very common with goats and sheep. They can get this from two different organisms. The first one is chlamydia and the other one is mycoplasma. This one is very contagious to humans, to other goats, to other animals. Now, The thing that we are very cautious about here is that you really want to avoid your does getting pink eye, especially if they're pregnant. A lot of times pink eye can cause spontaneous abortions and you lose the babies. So that is something we are going to be very mindful of. We have one doe that we suspect may be pregnant. So for the next week, we are going to quarantine Gismo and keep him away from the other goats, just so that we don't have to treat the whole herd. I hope that's answered some questions for you. Be sure, if you're dealing with a goat with pink eye, that you take care of yourself. Wash your hands frequently, wear gloves if you can, when you're treating the goat or feeding them, and by all means just keep them separated from the rest of the flock. So now we'll talk about how we're going to treat this and the medicines that we will give him. Okay, so we're going to give this shot subcutaneous, which means right under the skin. You can use the shoulder or you can use the hip. With Gismo, he's got the most skin back here on his hip, so that's what we're going to do. He's not going to like it, so Les will have a good grip on him, but you know, sometimes you just have to do what you have to do to get them better.
So do it that way. Oh, Gismo. Oh, that boy. There you go. Good boy.
The next thing we're going to give him is erythromycin, and we are going to put this, he only has one eye infected at the moment, but I'm going to go ahead and treat both eyes because why not? It's totally harmless to do that, and so the important thing is that we get it in the infected eye. Buddy,
You need me to hold this?
yeah, keep him as still as you can. I know, I'm sorry. So the shot went way better than the eye drops. He didn't hardly flinch any with the shot, and hated the drops, but we have to do this twice a day until we see some hopefully good results. So we will keep you updated. In our next video we will do an update and let you know how this is going. Meanwhile, we're just a few days from Christmas, so we just want to send our blessings, our best wishes for a beautiful Christmas and a happy New Year, and we will see you next week. See ya.
Bye.